Welcome back to Faithful Journeys, where we explore the profound and transformative events in the life of Jesus Christ. Today we're diving into a topic that holds great significance in the Christian faith: what happened after Jesus died on the cross. His death marked a pivotal moment in history, but the events that followed are equally crucial to understanding the power and impact of his sacrifice. In this video, we'll uncover 5 significant things that happened after Jesus died, shedding light on how these events continue to shape the foundation of Christian belief. The first thing that happened after Jesus died was the tearing of the temple veil. According to the Gospel of Matthew, the moment Jesus breathed his last breath, the veil of the temple was torn in two from top to bottom. This veil was no ordinary curtain. It separated the Holy of Holies, a place where God's presence dwelled, from the rest of the temple. Only the high priest could enter the Holy of Holies, and only once a year on the Day of Atonement. The tearing of the veil symbolized a profound change. The barrier between God and humanity was removed. Through Jesus' sacrifice, believers now had direct access to God, no longer needing a human mediator. This event marked the end of the Old Covenant and the beginning of a new relationship with God, one based on grace and direct communion with Him. The second significant event was the resurrection of many saints. The Gospel of Matthew also records that after Jesus' death, the earth shook, rocks split, and tombs broke open. The bodies of many holy people who had died were raised to life. These resurrected saints came out of their tombs after Jesus' resurrection and appeared to many people in Jerusalem. This miraculous event served as a powerful testament to the victory of life over death. It foreshadowed the general resurrection of the dead at the end of time and affirmed Jesus' power over death. The appearance of these saints in Jerusalem was a sign that Jesus' resurrection was the firstfruits of a greater resurrection to come, offering hope and assurance to believers that death is not the end but the beginning of eternal life. The third event was the Roman centurion's declaration of faith. After witnessing the extraordinary events surrounding Jesus' death, the darkness that fell over the land, the earthquake, and the tearing of the temple veil, the centurion and those with him were filled with awe. The centurion famously exclaimed, "Surely this was the Son of God." This moment is significant because it represents the recognition of Jesus' divine identity by a Gentile, a Roman soldier who had no previous allegiance to the Jewish faith. His declaration symbolizes the opening of the gospel to all nations, breaking down the barriers between Jews and Gentiles. It also highlights the transformative power of Jesus' death, capable of turning a hardened Roman soldier into a believer. The fourth thing that happened after Jesus died was his burial in a borrowed tomb. Joseph of Arimathea, a wealthy man and a secret disciple of Jesus, boldly approached Pilate to ask for Jesus' body. Pilate granted his request, and Joseph, along with Nicodemus, took Jesus' body, wrapped it in clean linen, and laid it in a new tomb that Joseph had prepared for himself. This event fulfilled the prophecy in Isaiah 53 verse 9, which said that the Messiah would be with the rich in his death. The fact that Jesus was buried in a borrowed tomb underscores the humility and poverty of his earthly life. He owned nothing, not even a place to be buried. Yet, it also signifies the temporary nature of his burial. Unlike others who had been buried before, Jesus' tomb would not hold him for long. The fifth and final significant event was Jesus' descent into Hades, also known as the harrowing of hell. According to Christian tradition, after his death but before his resurrection, Jesus descended to the realm of the dead to proclaim victory over sin and death. This event is mentioned in the Apostles' Creed, which states that Jesus descended into hell. The purpose of this descent was to liberate the souls of the righteous who had died before his coming. By descending into Hades, Jesus demonstrated his authority over all realms, heaven, earth, and the underworld. He conquered death from within, bringing the promise of salvation to all who had died in faith. This victory over death was a crucial step in the unfolding of God's redemptive plan, leading to Jesus' triumphant resurrection on the third day. In conclusion, the events that followed Jesus' death on the cross are rich with spiritual significance and continue to resonate with believers today. The tearing of the temple veil opened the way for direct access to God. The resurrection of the saints testified to the power of life over death. The centurion's declaration of faith signaled the universal reach of Jesus' salvation. Jesus' burial in a borrowed tomb fulfilled prophecy and foreshadowed his resurrection, while his descent into Hades demonstrated his ultimate victory over death. Each of these events plays a crucial role in the Christian understanding of redemption and the hope of eternal life. As we reflect on these profound occurrences, let us remember that they are not just historical events but living realities that continue to shape our faith and our relationship with God. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Faithful Journeys for more content exploring the depths of Christian faith. Together we'll continue to walk the path of faith, hope, and love.